What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about Team Kujira and their two projects, Orca and Beluga. Let's just dive right in. So if you remember from my last video, I said I like Orca, which was the only thing I talked about at the time, but I really wasn't that big on the token. And if we pop over here and look at this chart, you can kind of see why. I mean, this thing has just nosedived straight down to about 41 cents. So it's actually back up. About 11 hours ago, it hit its all-time low of around 38 cents. And this is right around when I started dollar cost averaging in. Now today, I really want to go over why I'm starting to dollar cost average in. Not financial advice, just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. That's how you protect yourself in DeFi. What really changed my mind about the Kuji token has to do with this third governance proposal, which just passed, which changes the structure of Kuji staking. This was critical. Kuji stakers now earn a share of the range of Apex tokens generated across Kuji platforms Orca and Beluga. In return for depositing Kuji into the pool, you receive a freshly minted representation of your ownership, sKuji. This was the game changer for me. I love these staked tokens. I can see them doing well in the future. It helped to get me on board. Even more so is what comes up next. Over time, the pool increases in value as BLuna, BETH, AUST, and in due course BSOL, SATOM. You can imagine staked Osmo, staked Juno, staked Stargaze, all these other Cosmos ecosystem assets will eventually be used as collateral on Anchor, which will then mean you'll get paid out in them in Orca. That's down the line. Let's continue. Are accrued and added through fees earned from users of the platform. Withdrawing your ownership means you will receive an equal proportion of those assets based on your sKuji ownership and the balance of these assets in the pool. All right, next is this breakdown of how it works. First, you bond Kuji for sKuji. Then when you want to claim, you unbond sKuji and you get to claim BLuna, BETH, AUST, Kuji, and whatever other B assets are eventually added later on. So, like I read earlier, Kujira is pretty much broken up into two platforms. You have Orca and then you have Beluga. Orca is the one that I think is very valuable. Beluga, not so much. If we head over to the Blue app, you can see it's essentially a dashboard that shows you the protocol revenue, right? That's cool. Good information is always good to have. They allow you to stake over here. Then you can provide liquidity for Kuji in UST, Kuji AUST on Loop, Loop Kuji, and Kuji UST on Loop. Okay? Limited, but some decent APYs here. You have 217 on Loop and Kuji, you have 50 on Kuji UST. Most of it's going to be paid out in the Loop token, so depending on how valuable you think Loop is, this might be worth it to you. Then you have the swap feature, which I personally think that there are better swap options. I mean, if I'm going to swap, usually you're going to get better prices by going to either Astroport or TerraSwap. They have their campaign section, which is already passed. Then there's governance, which is the main reason that I would come to this website. I say all this to say that I'm not that bullish on the Blue Kujira app. The most valuable protocol by Team Kujira is definitely Orca. For those of you who don't know, Orca is a liquidation protocol that essentially lets you buy liquidated Luna at a discount from 0 all the way up to 30% off, depending on how many liquidations occur at what time. Now on Orca, you can either bid with UST or AUST. AUST accrues interest over time while you're waiting for your bid to get filled. In my opinion, this is one of the best places to buy cheap Luna because 1, your bids only get filled when the price is going down, and 2, while you're waiting for a bid to get filled, you're still earning between, I think it's 14 or the full 19, hold on. Yeah, while you're waiting, bids are still earning 14% interest. I guess they take about 5% off the top, or almost 5% off the top for the service. This is the protocol that I think has a lot of value. And it's a protocol that I use regularly too, just to get myself little bits of Luna every time that there's a big market correction. The way it works, you place a bid. I'll do one right now just to show you guys how it works in case you don't know. So let's say I want to get a 4% discount, right? Oh, let's say a 5% discount. Just click here, 5%. It automatically populates right over here. I choose how much I want to bid and what I'd like to use. I'm going to use AUST. I'm going to put in another 100 AUST bid. I go to place my bid, and then they tell you that while you're waiting for your bid to be filled, it's gonna sit making interest. Once it gets activated, that's when they stop depositing it to earn interest, and they take it out and let it wait to hopefully get filled. If you click low, that means there's $3 million in loans at a 96% risk ratio, meaning that it's slightly less likely that your bid's gonna get filled. All the way up to high, $1 million loans at a 99% risk ratio, meaning that it's much more likely that your bid will get filled once it comes out of earning interest on Anchor Earn. I'm going to choose high and then place my bid. Okay, and now once my bid is filled, you can just scroll down here and you can see that they're all earning interest, and you can see the average premium or discount that I'm going to get paid, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look at why I think now is a good time to get involved with the Kuji token. To be fair though, Kuji has been printing lower and lower prices. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I think this token is gonna 5x from here, because most likely it's not. I mean, if we go over to the dashboard here, we can see that the token supply is going to increase significantly over the next year or so. And even with Kuji getting burned and this new staking structure, I can't see a huge demand for the Kuji token. The reason I'm dollar cost averaging into Kujira is to get paid in these Apex assets over time from Orca. Not only does it have a really easy to use interface, but you can also earn interest on the funds you're using. With such a powerful protocol, it's all but guaranteed that more and more people are going to come to Kujira to get a discount on liquidated assets over time. And I'm really interested in getting paid a portion of the fees collected from them when they do. I mean, let's look at how the fees are structured. Orca fees. The fees for all successful bids is 0.5% of the bonded asset amount. 100% of all fees generated on Orca are paid to Kuji stakers. For example, on a successful bid of 20 B Luna, 0.1 B Luna will be distributed to all Kuji stakers in the form of Kuji. Now remember, they just changed that. So now instead of it being converted into Kuji and then paid to Kuji stakers, it's just that 0.01 B Luna that you're getting off of that 20 B Luna bid. This to me is a game changer. It makes it worth it to slowly start building into a Kuji position in my mind. Now, do I think it can go down further from here? Yeah, I definitely do. That's why I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm not sure where this price is gonna head from right now. We're sitting at 41 cents. Could it go to 20 cents? I'm sure it could. Could it decide to moon from here? It could. I just don't think that that's very likely given, given how aggressive the emissions are. I mean, we're going from right now sitting at just under 30 million to 120 million in a little over a year and a half, right? I'm trying to get myself more Apex assets as more assets are added to Orca, or as they start to add more protocols where they handle the liquidation. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I will see you guys in the next video, and we will keep talking about getting more coins.